Okay, we are live, Wyatt. So this is welcome to Father Son 49ers Talk. I am Paul,
I am Wyatt.
and we are coming to you right now in the center of a hurricane. Well, it's really the beginning edge of a hurricane, and it's really just me, Wyatt's safe in Iowa, almost as far away as you can get, right?
Almost. I mean, I think you get a little bit farther, but not
Yeah,
much.
yeah, you can go north just a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the we got Hurricane Gordon coming through, and you can hear it outside. It is literally just right here. It just hit through Mobile, and it's coming this way. And I see the lightning and hear the wind. So if you hear that in the background, I've already lost power once, but we figured we'd get another podcast in while we were waiting because, well, hopefully, I have electricity. It shouldn't be that bad. I don't think it's going to be that bad of a hurricane. But hopefully we have electricity, and but if we don't, we wanted to get one out as soon as possible. That way,
Make
we
sure
don't
we
want
have
to.
one in for a recap of the first 4 weeks. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah,
weeks, injury, a trade that went on in the league in general. I mean,
yeah. That's
it's
a good recap.
kind of been a little bit of a busy, like boom, throw it at you type thing.
Yeah, not a recap. That's a good agenda of what we're going to cover today. So, like you said, we're gonna go over the first 4 games of the 49ers season, and then we're going to talk about the injury to Jerick McKinnon and then Khalil Mack. We're not going to talk about the fourth preseason game. We're not really going to go over any of that. We have the new game. We
You
have
did.
the
I
actual.
mean, you did. I mean, at this point, they know what they're doing with the roster, and
Mhm.
you didn't see starters, so
Yeah, we might even do a little bit of covering on just a couple surprises we had from the 53 man roster. So, but let's get started, Wyatt. Let's go into the first 4 games, right? So let's start talking about actually, let's do this. Instead of talking about the first 4 games, let's talk about the injury to Jerick McKinnon.
okay.
So what are your thoughts on that?
First and foremost, it sucks. Like, I want to say that my expectations for the season dropped a little bit due to it.
Really?
Yeah, truly. I mean, Kyle Shanahan's offense just seems like it's based around the Jerick McKinnon catching the ball from not really based around it, but like that speedy catch the ball. He's based around that, and
Yeah, he definitely wants that. I mean, he has
and
that. Hmm.
and he's not gonna have that really without McKinnon there. There's not gonna be as much of it or as much talent there in that prospect.
Yeah, so you have a point there. So what Jerick McKinnon provided to the 49ers was it really didn't matter if Jerick McKinnon was a top 10 running back in the NFL. It was the tools that Jerick McKinnon provided. It was the versatility that he provided to the offense. When he lined up, you didn't know. The opposing defenses didn't know if he was going to get the ball, run between the tackles, run in an outside zone, or if he was going to run a route as a wide receiver because he could do all of it. And there aren't very many running backs that can truly run routes like a wide receiver. And Jerick McKinnon was one of those. So with him not being on the I mean, he's on the team, but him not being in the starting roster, starting lineup anymore, you're definitely looking at a reduced offense. So as far as versatility, I don't know that it really hurts our offense as much as you might think in the end for production, but it definitely does have an effect on what we can do day to day and the formations that you're going to see the opposing defenses would see in any given game.
I feel like our offense, like formations, plays. I feel like a lot of it's based around having that versatile approach. So I feel like this late in the preseason and this late, I feel like it's going to be difficult just to like be able to bounce back from that real quick because
So you don't
you're gonna have to switch things up. You're gonna have to do different because you don't have that there.
so you don't think that we have a versatile backfield anymore?
I think we do, just not to what Cal Shanahan is basing around.
Well, I mean, you look at what he drafted Alfred Morris, right? I mean, that was his
Mm-hmm.
draft pick.
Yeah, Alfred Morris was his. But
And
Alfred
then,
Morris, I don't see Alfred Morris as like a catching back, in my opinion.
well, he's really not. But it's not to say that he can't, but that's not really his forte, right?
Mm-hmm. Just not what he's best at.
But we do have Kyle Juszczyk, right?
Kyle Juszczyk's a very
Okay, come on in, Mom. You don't have to knock. I'm doing a podcast.
It's hitting go Shay.
I know.
It's not a good time for a
It's
podcast.
fine. We're going to get it in.
We're 5 miles from go Shay.
I get it. Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's pretty bad and it's coming through. So, so we'll see what happens. We'll get it going here in a little bit. But anyways, yeah. So Jerick McKinnon, he's coming through, and or not Jerick McKinnon. Sorry, Kyle Juszczyk. We're gonna have to edit some of this out. So the Kyle Juszczyk, he is that versatile back. He is that weapon. He's that offensive weapon. He can line up, and I think that you have a point. I mean, we do have a pretty versatile backfield. You have Alfred Morris, and he looked explosive. He really, really did.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Matt Breida, who also looks good, and he's a little bit versatile. He's not going to go out and catch the balls like Jerick McKinnon would have, but he does have that capability with him. But who knows? I mean, I don't know that you're going to have Alfred Morris be the 1 and 2, and then Matt Breida be the 3, third down back. I think that maybe Kyle Juszczyk is the third down back, and you're going to see it. This definitely bumps up Richie James, Dante Pettis, and Taylor's stock. I mean, as far as them coming out, you might see more wide receiver sets coming into third down.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, get more receivers out there because we're missing a receiver on most of those plays.
Mm-hmm. And get your versatile fullback that can run routes and catch balls too.
Yeah, or if we might have to keep Juszczyk back or someone back to help block.
He's pretty good. But
so Juszczyk's a very good weapon that we have.
I agree.
A whole lot of Juszczyk, but hasn't been big news. Anything new with Juszczyk, so it kind of slipped my mind. But you're right, I kind of forgot about that one.
Yeah, I think they're going to be able to piece together a running back core that is versatile and is able to maybe not provide the exact same formations you might see because we don't have one back that does everything McKinnon does, but combined, I think that we have a backfield and wide receiver core that's able to provide the production that we might have got with McKinnon.
I agree. I do agree.
Okay. Nice. So then we talked in our last podcast about the trade for Khalil Mack. What do you think about that? Do you think that we should have got him, actually pursued him harder?
So
I kind of set you up for that. I don't want to set you up too much. So we actually did. I don't know if you heard. We actually did pursue Khalil Mack.
I know.
Okay, good.
I did hear that. Yeah, that we were in the running too. Yeah, we were in the running for Khalil Mack. I feel like we should have went and did almost everything we could have to get Khalil Mack.
Yeah,
I honestly think with everyone all the other talent we have on D-line, I feel like Khalil Mack, he would have 100%. That RO line would have went from meh to boom.
Well, I disagree that our defensive line is meh. We are an intimidating defensive line. We have a really talented defensive line. The only thing we're really missing is that edge rusher.
Yeah, you've got a point. That's why I was saying we have these stars at D-line, but we don't have all the puzzle pieces there.
Yeah, we're missing the edge rusher, which is what Khalil Mack could have. That's what he could provide.
That's what he could have provided, not just an edge rusher. He would have basically he's the edge rusher.
Yeah, I mean, he's a generational talent. He definitely, I think he's worth 2 first-round picks. And it sounds like the Niners, that's what they weren't willing to give up. They're willing to give up a first-round pick and some extra, but they weren't willing to do the 2 first rounds. And it kind of makes sense if you think about it. What the Niners are saying with that is that we're not one player away. This team isn't one player away from being a Super Bowl contender. That's what they said.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not what they actually said in an interview, but that's what their actions say.
Like that's what they did made you be able to put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. We're not one player away. We definitely have a little bit more to go. It would have been awesome to have had him. Now, everybody says that next year is a really deep defensive line draft, and there's going to be a lot of pass rushers out there available. So that could have been a consideration.
Yeah, definitely could have.
Okay, so we do agree that, I mean, it would have been awesome to have Khalil Mack, and I think it really would have changed the defense in and of itself. We just would have been a lot more potent, and it really would have made our defensive linemen come out and really kind of shine. But we didn't get them, and we're moving on. And good for the Bears. So good trade. I think that the Raiders took a lot of heat over it, and maybe they should have. Maybe it isn't as bad as they say. I don't really know. Time is going to tell. I will say this from a organizational kind of environment standpoint. I mean, you have John Gruden coming in, and it felt like a power struggle to me. It really did. You hold out on me, and see what happens. I'll cut you. And that's what it feels like. You have Khalil Mack. I mean, what does that tell the rest of the team? You come out and you perform like a once-in-a-lifetime generational type talent, and we're not going to pay you. We're going to trade you. So, yep, keep on trying. We can only pay one person elite money. So none of you better not be elite because we're not going to pay you.
Yeah, or be elite and be willing to get paid, not elite.
Yeah, be elite or be willing not to get paid elite money. Or we'll trade you and you get paid elite money by somebody else. Oh, but this isn't a Raiders podcast, so we can move on from that. But let's go over the first 4 games. So I believe I read that Bill Belichick, and I actually kind of see it this way as well. Bill Belichick believes that the actual season doesn't start till week 5, that the first 4 games are really more kind of a feeling out and learning how the other teams, and then once that 5th week comes, that's really when you know who is who and who the contenders are. So instead of giving a full season projection, we're going to go through the first 4 games, and we're going to talk about them and see how we think we're going to come out of these first 4 games. So we're going to talk about the very first game, of course, is Sunday, right? It's Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Time. And we are playing at the Vikings. Mm-hmm. What do you think? What do you think? Are we going to win that game?
I don't know. The Vikings have established themselves as a powerful team. Like, that team is powerful. So I can get into reasoning. I'm going to let you answer. I'm going to answer, then let you answer, then I'll get into my reasoning.
Okay.
Just so I can hear your opinion as well. My answer is we lose the game.
That's your answer. So when I look at the game, when I look at the schedule right now, I'm looking at it. I see Vikings 49ers. My mind tells me we're probably going to lose that game. But my heart tells me we're going to win that game. And I kind of believe my heart. My gut tells me we're going to take that game. We're going to come in, and Jimmy Garoppolo is going to come out, Kyle Shanahan, and we are going to, I wouldn't say tear them apart. They're a really good defense. I think we're going to steal that game. I do. I think we're going to steal it.
See. Yeah. I mean, if I went by my heart on all these, we would go have a perfect season, but not the Browns type.
Oh, man. Okay.
If I went with my heart, we'd be winning Super Bowls back to back to back to back to back to back to back.
Okay.
Not losing a game in 5 years. That's what my heart wants.
Okay, so tell me your reasoning why we're going to lose.
I just don't think we have it quite all put together yet. And I feel like the Vikings have got to the point where they kind of did what we're doing this year last year. They put it together and they went out and performed. And we're in that process right now.
Yeah, I'd say we're probably a year away from where the Vikings were last year.
Yeah, you're probably right there. So I think to go out when we're trying to get to where the Vikings were, we're still trying to get to where they were last year. And to speak that they already have it all put together. They're there. They have what they want, and they have what they need to be successful. I feel like it's hard to come out. Our number 1 running back is injured, out for the season. I feel like almost with Jerick McKinnon, I would like to say with Jerick McKinnon, we stood that chance. I don't know. I'm big on Jerick McKinnon. Like, I truly believe he makes our offense a lot better. But, so I feel like it's going to be hard to go take it away from a team that has, I mean, they have what they need to succeed, and they have it all put together.
So they have the players,
They have
but
the players, and they have it put together.
so you want me to tell you why they may not have it as well put together as you might think, and why we might be able to steal this game from them?
Yeah, let's hear it.
They have two really big pieces that we have. They have two pieces that are missing, that are brand new out of that whole offense, that we have the continuity from last year. You know what those two pieces are?
QB.
And
Kyle
their
Rudolph.
offensive coordinator.
Oh, I was thinking actual players.
They lost their offensive coordinator. They did. Their offensive coordinator got hired as a head coach. And so they have a brand new offensive system. They have a brand new offensive system, and they have a brand new quarterback. And while they may have the pieces, they may not have it put together yet. Where Jimmy Garoppolo and Kyle Shanahan are two of the most dynamic coach and quarterback combinations in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's why. We'll look that up. I think he got hired by the Colts. I just want to make sure.
Still, yeah, it was the Colts. I know. I'm like almost 100% positive it was the Colts. I remember that move now. That was a big thing. Like, that was all over social media and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Colts, they had that whole fiasco with hiring the Patriots offensive coordinator, and then getting fired. San Diego. Oh no, that was from Philadelphia. So who did? So we're gonna cut all this out, just FYI.
Okay.
Who? We're gonna look this up. So 2017 off Vikings. So 2017 offensive coordinator Pat Schumer, and let's see. Oh, he went to the Giants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the Vikings lost their offensive coordinator, Pat Schumer, who became the head coach of the Giants, and they have a brand new quarterback with Kirk Cousins. And I think that, while they have better weapons, not better weapons, I don't want to say they have better weapons, because I really do believe that our weapons, that our players potentially are going to be able to perform at that level. I mean, I think our wide receivers, our running back.
Yeah, I was going to say, wide receiver core, I truly believe enough in our wide receiver core to say they have the ability to beat Diggs and Thien, however you pronounce it. They have the ability to do that. But without McKinnon there, it's hard to say our running back core is Dalvin Cook level.
And our offensive line still has a little bit of melding to do, and building that rapport with each other. Yeah. But I think that what we do have, the advantage we have, is that we have an offensive coordinator and a quarterback that have worked together, have had an off season to plan and scheme for this game, and that want to make a point. They want to make a point. They want to come out and let everybody know, you know what, we may not be Super Bowl contenders, but we are serious. We're here, and we're here to stay.
Yeah, Vikings did that last year, and it's Niners years to make their statement.
Okay, so just for the record, you picked them losing.
I do.
I picked them winning.
Yes.
Okay, so right now you're 0-1 and I'm 1-1. The next game is the Lions at San Francisco.
I'm going to give my opinion, and I say we take a win here.
Yeah, I do too. I don't even know that we really need to talk about it that much. No. They got the same thing going on. I think the Lions might be better than people expect, but I think we're going to take that game.
Yeah, they got Theo Riddick. I mean, they got Golden Tate, but Outside of that, offense isn't great.
Okay, so then our next game for week 3 is against the Chiefs at Kansas City.
Okay, this is an interesting game in my opinion. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say we win this game.
You think that we win it?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that game too. I really do. I think that we win that game. This game can go both ways. I really do feel this game. I think all 4 of these games, excluding the Lions, I really feel we're going to win that one. But the next one, I think that is one of those where you really could see it going both ways. But the Chiefs, I mean, they have a new quarterback, and it's
knew what they want to be number 1 wide receiver with Sammy Watkins.
I think the Chiefs are going to struggle moving on from Alex Smith. I don't think that this is going to be a good year for them. I think they're going to have some growing pains this year.
It's going to take, and it's also, in my opinion, Patrick Mahomes, it's going to take him a little while to get to the level.
Well, that's the growing pains. Yeah, that's the growing pains. I think that he's going to have a little bit of, not a regression. I mean, the guy's super talented. He has an awesome arm.
Yeah.
Who knows what he's really going to end up being. But I think this year they're going to struggle. And I think they're going to struggle at first. They may get it together towards the end of the year, but I think right now we're meeting the Chiefs at the right time of year to win that game.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, the last game of the 4. It is the 49ers at the Chargers.
I'm not for sure on this game. I don't know.
I think we lose it.
You think we lose it?
Yeah, I think we lose this game. When you look at it,
I have to go with the same answer as you. My gut and heart wants to say we win it, but just thinking of the teams and thinking of matchups and things, I think we lose it. So I'm going to go with lose. We're both say lose on this one.
Yeah, we both say lose. Hold on for just a second. They're looking for Hershey. Let me be right back.
have the dog?
I don't have the dog.
Hershey!
I'll be right back, Wyatt.
Hershey!
Okay.
Hershey! Look in the garage, Sonia. Okay, where was he? Okay, he was in the garage, Paul.
Okay.
He's outside.
Both directions.
We're almost done, so just give me another 5 minutes. Hershey got locked out in the garage.
Sorry, my mom came in looking for one of our dogs.
Too funny. Okay, yeah. So looking at this, I think the Chargers are a sleeper team. I really, and it's kind of strong to say sleeper. When you say sleeper, it's hard to be a sleeper when you have Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, when you have Phillip Rivers, it's hard to be a sleeper. And Melvin Gordon.
And Keenan Allen.
Yeah, that's a hard team to say, oh, yeah, they're going to be sleepers.
But
that.
Yeah, I agree. But the Chargers are one of those teams that just underperform always. They've always underperformed. Nobody's talking about the Chargers at all being contenders. I mean, it's hard to say 2.0. It's kind of like the Cowboys and Chargers are, Exhibit 1A and Exhibit 1B.
Mm-hmm. Same thing. Have all the talent in the world, but don't put it together.
Yeah, they just fall apart at the end of the season, 100%.
Yeah.
And nobody's talking about them, but I think they're going to be good this year. I think they're going to be one of those teams that surprise people and challenge. If you're putting money on a dark horse team to take the Super Bowl, I think the Chargers is a good team to put money on.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay, so with the 53-man roster, they came out and there's some surprises and some not surprises. Everybody kind of knew that we were going to keep Ricky James and he was going to stay on the field with us. And he did. He made the 53-man roster. But the Ataushu, I always mispronounce his name. I was surprised by that cut. That was the one cut that I truly was surprised. I did not see that coming. And he was that edge rusher that we brought in to kind of help supplement our edge rush itself because we didn't go after anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I saw him sticking on the team.
Yeah. I think I might cut this part out. We don't really have a lot going on. We already talked about it a little bit there. And
All right.
so, yeah, because we don't have the 53-man roster in front of us. Okay, bud?
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways. Well, the hurricane literally just hit it. It hit us. The eye of the hurricane just got here about 3-4 minutes ago, and I can hear it outside. There's a bunch of gusts and winds and stuff. So I'm gonna get off, and I'm gonna get this all ready and get it pushed out. But Wyatt, I hope that you. Oh, we had some big news. Other big news, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the other big news?
I don't know. I'm half asleep.
We had a training camp battle that was in contention for the QB position.
A QB battle.
Yeah.
QB.
Mm-hmm. For somebody's 8th grade football team.
Oh. Okay. That's confusing. I thought you were talking about a QB battle with Jimmy Garoppolo. I was like, CJ Beathard?
No.
Sure. I guess.
No, but we talked about it in the last
Kyle
episode.
Shanahan. Put CJ out there.
Yeah. We did talk about it in the last session, right? The last podcast?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about how you were in a QB battle for your 8th grade football team.
Yeah.
And you won, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so you're the starting QB for your football team.
I am.
And when's your first game?
2 days. Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Now we're gonna try and set up a camera so I can watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if not, well, hopefully we can get something worked out this next game if we can't do it this game. So we'll work with your mom and try and get it set up. Get it, maybe mounted on something so I can watch the game.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Okay, buddy. Well, good luck, and I will call you in the morning, let you know that everything's okay. But you get to sleep, and I am going to get ready and bunker down for this hurricane.
All right.
Love you, bud.
Your dad, sleep well. Bye.